Hello, and welcome to the Thrive Mindset Podcast. I am so glad you are here with me. My name is Carrie Dahle, and I am your host. I am an entrepreneur, author, podcaster, manifester, and motivator. And I am on a mission to empower you to create the life of your dreams. If you are looking to up-level your life, relationships, finances, productivity, and success, you have come to the right place. I will share with you tools, resources, strategies, my failures, and my successes that have all helped me achieve the life of my dreams. It is my goal with this podcast to help you see your potential and empower you to create the life of your dreams. So let's get to it. Welcome back to the Thrive Mindset Podcast. I'm Carrie Dahle, your host. Today, I'm sitting here in my office and I'm looking outside. It is March. The snow is falling. It is really I wish I could show it to you. It is gorgeous outside right now. It's quiet, it's calm, it's peaceful. And what a perfect time to reflect and really focus on continuing to move forward and keeping our goals in sight. This last week, I had my monthly Dreams to Reality group, and we were really working on the tools and the tips and the tricks that we can use to keep propelling ourselves forward towards our goals and dreams and the things we are all manifesting, which made me really think about this whole community and all of you, because I told you before, I don't do New Year's resolutions, but I do set goals for the year. I do make a plan, and I think it's so important to spend time every day, spend time every week, spend time every month working on those goals and moving yourself forward. But sometimes life gets in the way, right? So this last 2 months, I have done some traveling for both work and personal reasons, and I've been really focused on a change within my real estate business and where I'm at with that. And so it's been a little distracting, right? It's been all consuming. Specifically these last couple of weeks, it's really been all consuming for me. And now I'm like, it's March. It's March 2024. We are 3 months now, or we're in our third month now into this year. And I have big things I want to do. And I think all of you do too. So let's just take a moment and reflect and think, where are you at? Where am I at? Have you made any progress? What do you need to do? Where are you at in hitting your goals? And March, honestly, is the perfect time for us to be doing that, for us to reassess and realign with our goals. Because if you've fallen off track, or if you haven't made as much progress as you want to, then it's time to reassess, right? One of the reasons I refuse to make New Year's resolutions is because I feel like after January falls off, that people often lose sight, right? They lose their motivation. They set too big of goals or too ambitious of goals, and they're not even keeping track of it. And so for me, that is why it's just like a total waste of time to set a New Year's resolution. Whereas when you set a goal and you have a why and you know what your intention is, and you lay out your learn, love, and launch, well, those are the things that keep you checking in every day. Those are the things that keep you moving forward, right? So no matter where you are right now, if you've totally lost sight of things you want to do, or you're actually making progress, let's sit back for a second and really realign and refocus ourselves so that we can all achieve everything we're dreaming of. I want you to start with revisiting and refining your goals. If you were part of this community and you are part of my dreams group, or just a friend I see often, then I know you know what your goals are. I know that you know what you're wanting to do this year. But if I don't know you personally, or if you're just now visiting this, then I would encourage you to look back at the things that you wrote down in January, February, whenever it was you did it, as your goals, and ask yourself, are they still relevant? Are they things that you still want? Do they need to be more specific? Do they need to be more realistic? A great way to make your goals more realistic is to break them down into smaller bite-sized goals, right? So break them down into more manageable tasks. For example, are you wanting to write a book this year? We've used this example before because it's an easy one for me to share, and I think it's an easy one for people to visualize. But if you're writing a book, if you wrote, I'm going to write a book this year, and that was your goal, but you're not making the progress, maybe you need to back it up. I'm going to write a chapter a week. Maybe it needs to be even smaller. I'm going to write 1,000 words a week. Whatever it is that you can feel good about and feel like it's realistic, but keep you moving forward, that is what you need to do. So really look back at the goals you set and be very specific and also very realistic about what you can and cannot do so that you don't get discouraged, so that you don't feel like you're not achieving things, because you are. You're just going to do it at a different pace than maybe you thought you would, or you're going to do it maybe at a faster pace than you thought you would. Who knows? But make your milestones and make your goals realistic and something that you can be excited about. And on that same note, celebrate those small wins. Celebrate that you accomplished writing that chapter. Celebrate that you made a step forward towards weight loss. Celebrate that you walked 10 miles. Whatever it is, celebrate those little things, because that is what's going to keep you motivated and that's going to keep you excited. And don't get down on yourself. It doesn't matter where you are. It's March. It doesn't matter how far you've come or how little you've done, because right now you are reassessing, you're reevaluating, you're refocusing, and you are going to move forward and achieve your goals. Another thing you could do that would really help you stay focused and remember where it is you're wanting to go is to set up some visual reminders. So put your vision board in a place you can see it. Write your why. Write it on a whiteboard in front of your desk. Put Post-it notes around the house to remind you and encourage you. Use your affirmations. Have things around that visually cue you into remembering, oh yeah, I need to work on that today. I wanted to do that. I'm going to do that. I'm going to make time for that. Have those reminders. Put it in your journal. Use your planners. Any tool that you have to give yourself a visual reminder will be super helpful to keeping your focus where you want it to be. Now, here's a hard one. And here's a hard one for many people because they are afraid to share what their dreams and goals are out loud with anybody. Because if they don't actually do it, then they feel like they might be judged or they feel like they're failures. But I'm going to encourage you to jump into that fear and tell the world and tell your friends, because actually when you share with a friend or you share with a family member or you share with a coach or people in your lives, you're creating these accountability partners, whether you know it or not. And sure, I would say have an accountability partner, period. Have a friend, have your spouse, have your partner, have parent, whomever, you feel like can keep you accountable, have that. But also just putting it out there, you are holding yourself accountable and you're going to get the people in your life to be asking you, how's that going? What are you doing? Have you made any progress on that? I'd love to hear more. It gets really exciting when you put it out there. Don't be afraid of it. Don't be afraid of failing, because you're not going to fail. You are just going to make the progress that needs to happen at the right time. And you are going to give yourself a chance to do it and be encouraged by others to keep it up. And if you are really, really afraid, like if that is just too much for you, too scary for you, and you would like some help with this, I would encourage you to go ahead and sign up for Dreams to Reality. Try it for a month. I promise you, we are doing great things and making great progress and keeping each other accountable. And that is something we all need in order to manifest our dreams. I would love to say that you can just put it out there and it's going to magically appear, but it doesn't. You have to do the work too. You have to make the steps. You have to move towards it. You have to put in the effort. So have people around you that are going to encourage you to do that. And then reward yourself. When you've set your goals and you've set these steps and these milestones that you're going to reach, give yourself a reward for getting there. I mean, don't just woohoo and clap and do that, but go to dinner with your friends. Take yourself to the spa. Whatever it is that excites you, reward yourself, because you are making progress, and that energy that you are going to receive and also be putting out when you do reward yourself is huge. It's exciting. It's drawing more and more of that positivity to you. So do that. And when you don't achieve what you set out to do, adapt and overcome, right? Don't be burdened or fall into a negative pattern because you didn't achieve what you thought you were going to do. Instead, be flexible, right? Be resilient, bounce back up, understand that life happens sometimes, and you may have thought that you were going to have the time or the ability to do something, and it didn't work the way you thought it would. So just adjust and adapt. Going back to what I was saying in the beginning, these last couple of weeks, I have been consumed with the changes I've been making within my real estate business, and they have been truly distracting. It has prevented me from handling a lot of things I wanted to do. I haven't done as much writing these last couple of weeks. I haven't spent as much time sharing with you guys and posting to this community in social media. I haven't been making the time to go for a walk or a run or exercise. I've just been kind of consumed, and I could get down on myself, right? I could really start going, God, Carrie, you're not doing what you said you were going to do. You're not achieving the things you said you wanted to do this week. But you know what? I have to give myself some grace. I have to understand that there are sometimes unforeseen challenges that we just didn't know were coming. And then you know what? I just adapt. I bounce back up. I hop back in and I start moving forward again. And you can do the same. Again, I'm a little distracted by the snow outside because it is so white and so beautiful. And there's these big, huge flakes that are just softly falling from the sky. Like, I don't even know. And it reminds me about being mindful and taking time to meditate even on your dreams and goals, and to be present in everything that you're doing. Because when you are mindful and you practice things, when you practice being mindful and meditate, you maintain a focus, you reduce your stress, you make it easier to stay on track with your goals. When you get up in the morning and you lay out your day, and I hope that you're starting with gratitude, and I hope that you are putting that energy out first. Be really, really mindful in planning out your schedule and your to-dos. Think about what's really important to you. Think about what it is that you're wanting to learn today to move towards your goal. What it is you're going to love on that you're already doing well. What it is you're going to put out in the world and launch. And I'm going to say it a different way, because one of my friends, and also a participant in our Dreams to Reality group, she said to me a couple times now that she really, really struggles with coming up with the learn, love, and launch. And so we talked about it in a different way, and it seemed to click more with her. So I'm going to share this. Instead of focusing on those words, instead of focusing on learn, love, and launch, which totally resonates with me, but instead of doing that, if it doesn't make sense to you, if it doesn't grab a hold of you in the same way it does me, then think of your list of goals. Think of the things you're manifesting, the 10 things you write down every single day, and pick 3. Pick 3 that you can do one thing for each of them. So you'll have 3 goals that you're wanting to work on. You're going to pick 3 tasks from each of those goals, and that's what you're going to do. Those are the 3 things that you are going to make sure you handle. And then manage your time, right? When you make out the list of your to-dos and then you look at your schedule in the day, I keep a Google Calendar. That's how I keep my work straight. That's how I manage my time. But I also, every single day, will write in my planner the list of tasks that I have to do, the things that I need to accomplish. Of course, I have the one thing that is my non-negotiable, because no matter what, no matter how busy I get, no matter what distractions get thrown my way, there's always going to be one thing that I'm going to be able to say at the end of the day that no matter what, I got done. But the other to-dos, I will list them all out. And then on the next page, there's a calendar, a handwritten calendar, and I will rewrite the scheduled things that I have in my Google Calendar that I have to do that will not change. And then I fill in all of the other to-dos throughout that. I do this to manage my time. I do this to stay on task. I do this to make the most out of my day. And it's really, really helpful. I write it all out, and I know that I might need to be flexible with some of those to-dos, but I try to plan it out. I try to plan out the times for the to-dos as best I can so that I can stay on task. Try it. It works. It works for me. It works for a lot of other people. I would encourage you to do that. I would also encourage you that as part of your day to really stay inspired. Find some point in your day where you can read or listen to podcasts or engage with other people that are like-minded and continue to be inspired, to be motivated, to be encouraged. You know, for me, I listen to a couple different podcasts regularly, so I'll tune into those when I'm driving between appointments or when I have extra time. I also always have a book that I'm reading, so I'd like to do that in the evening. What else? When I go for walks, I will often just search for random podcasts that might be on the topic of mindfulness or manifesting or mindset, anything that keeps me inspired and excited and motivated, keep moving forward. So find something that inspires you. I know we talk about that within the Thrive Mindset. I mean, the I is find inspiration, but I'm telling you to maintain your focus and keep moving forward. That inspiration is beyond valuable. So as we wrap up today, I just want to encourage you to think of March as a fresh start. It's not about how many times you fall, but how many times you get back up. It's not about failing. It's about succeeding. It's about readjusting. It's about shifting your mindset to get you where you need to go. And I invite you to share your strategies and your successes or even your struggles with staying on track, because you're not the only ones. We all at times need to hear from others. What are they doing well? What are they not doing so well? What do they need help with? Because when you do that, you often will get answers to your struggles, but you'll also give others hope. So share all of it. And again, if this podcast was helpful to you or you liked it, I just ask you to share and subscribe and put it out there in the world, because the more of us that join together, the more we will all thrive and the more we can create the life of our dreams. And above all else, remember, I believe in you and you can manifest the life of your dreams.